What's up, YouTube? I'm back again with another version of ESPN 2K, but this time we're playing 2K5. So I wanted to do a comparison between the 49er game I played and the Seahawks with 2K4, and now we're going to do it with 2K5. So let's get started. Here's the slider set I got. It's one that was working, somebody was working on it, I forget the name and I apologize, but it's like a 2x difficulty setting. We're on 8 minutes. I'm only going to play 1/4. This one runs on normal speed. I think fast is too fast in this game. So let's go ahead and play the exact same game we had the other day. And see if we can compare the two games. Alright, so let's get started. Do some maximum passing. Alright, now these rosters are, I think, from 2013-14, so I don't have brand new ones, but I think it'll still give us a comparison between the two games. So we will have we'll have a way to compare. I mean, already I can see the game, like I told you in my last video, this game has, I think, better graphics. It just seems more colorful. I mean, look at the sky, how blue it is. I'm not sure if 2K4 has that. I can't remember, but the lighting seems better in this game. So we'll see what happens. There's Sherman. All right, so I don't know. Kaepernick looked better in the other one, but that's just... All right, we get the ball again. Cool. Alright, so for this video, I'm only going to be playing the first quarter because last video was, I think, like 38 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep it at a minimum here. So we'll see if I can beat them out in the first quarter. Hey, I get the ball first, so I don't see why not. Alright, let's see what we got here. See, I don't feel like I can bring the ball back, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Now I have this pulled up a little bit closer with the camera. I'll just put it at standard so we can get a comparison. And let me get my auto subs at. All right. Oh. That wasn't a bad pass. He's just got to hold on to it. All right, so one of my subscribers mentioned, why don't we talk about the next gen games and how football's kind of been negatively affected by lack of competition, is what I think. So, you guys all know the story. I mean, I'm not going to go into it in detail. Obviously, this game got the NFL, or Madden got the NFL license. 2K lost the license, and we've spent the last 10, 11 years trying to find a way to enjoy football again. And we've had a couple of stints. We've had the All-Pro Football 2K8 and Backbreaker, which, you know, oh, I don't know what that was, but that was definitely a pass over the scrimmage line. They're probably going to call a challenge there. Now I'm surprised they're not calling a challenge there. Let's take a look at that just for 1 second. So, I mean, he's way over the line. Wow, there's not one ref that threw a flag. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they're not calling anything because they are getting the ball back. That's a horrible kick.
Gets it off the bounce at the 29. Crosses the field. Stop at the 26.
All right, so what I was saying about football games, I mean, I own, and I can show you guys, you know, in a later video, but I own a PS4 and I own an Xbox One. And I think I bought FIFA, Forza for Xbox One, FIFA for PS4. I'm not really sure what else I bought. I think those were the 3 games that I had, and Madden. Yeah, I bought Madden for PS4, and I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet, but you know, I got the latest games, and you know what, the graphics are pretty dope. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the graphics are remarkable compared to what you see here. But you know, at the same time, and those games are deep. I mean, I don't know about Madden so much, but you know, like NBA 2K15, I actually had that. I really didn't even play it. I maybe played like 2 games. I just couldn't get into it. I guess I'm just not into basketball that much at the moment, and I've been so busy with everything else, I really didn't even get a chance to enjoy it. But with that being said, I mean, the games that are on Xbox One and PS4, they're definitely next-gen, state-of-the-art graphics, crisp, high pixels. I mean, resolutions are phenomenal. I mean, the games look real life. I mean, there's no question about it. So, but you know, I play mostly Xbox 360 and the original Xbox. I mean, right now I'm on the old green machine, you know, the black box, and you know, I mean, look at this game here. I mean, you just don't get a football game like this. I mean, I don't care what game it is. I mean, even All Pro Football is a great game. It is the best gameplay. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, it doesn't have the NFL. And no matter how much I try to recreate, or anybody tries to recreate the NFL, oh my God, now that was a beautiful pass. I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to have to take a look at this one again. Sorry, it's kind of interrupting my flow here, but we got to check this out again for sure. I mean, he lofted this thing. I mean, that's a beautiful pass. And we're going to see it again, folks, because you just do not see this in any other. Look at that. I mean, I thought that ball was just gone, and he was able to pick that thing right up. I mean, when he threw it, I'm like, okay, this ball's over his head. He threw that thing perfectly in stride. I mean, look at the receiver. Huh. I mean, we can look over top view. And even like, let's take a look at the receiver, bro. Let's take a look at, I think this is the tight end here. This is probably, who is that, Vernon or Davis? Okay, Vernon Davis, right. So let's see. As soon as he breaks, which is right there, the defender gets lost right there. So he's just gonna throw it over his head, and you see the defender can't go any faster than his normal speed. And it wasn't until he had to, you know, kind of jump to catch it, did he catch him. So you just don't see that in games today, man. That's exactly the reason why I'm talking about playing, you know, these older systems. I mean, we have a lot of different games. I mentioned NFL Fever last time. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that game, but I definitely can appreciate and respect the fact that they had an innovative throwing system. I mean, there's no doubt that they were onto something different there. You know, And look at the presentation, the fans doing the wave. I mean, you just don't, I don't know, you just don't get that feeling in Madden. I mean, I'm sorry. Or any other game. You know, I don't care, even APF. APF doesn't have that kind of presentation, in my opinion. So, you know, it's wide open. Man, they just worked me for 7 points. I got to come back. I mean, the blimp is nice. It's a nice addition. I don't know if 2K4 has the blimp. I mean, look at the way he stood in the pocket. Nice pass. So, what I was trying to say was that these older games, I mean, there's just something special about these. I don't know if aliens came down and gave 2K this futuristic code and somehow they were able to, you know, come up with this great product, but it's just a totally different feel, I mean, in every respect. And I mean, the commentators are phenomenal, even though they're kind of, you know, they're old and dated and we've pretty much heard almost everything. It's a smooth commentating style when you kind of feel like you're in the game. I mean, they just keep you engaged. So anyway, so basically what I'm sharing with you guys is, you know, especially for the younger guys out there who probably weren't around or were younger at the time these games came out, maybe they couldn't appreciate them. I mean, there's something special about these games. And if you guys can't tell just by watching the video, these videos that I've been putting out, or anywhere on the web, on YouTube, check them out. I mean, they're all over the place. You guys have to be able to say, man, there's something about these games that makes them unique. And they actually give you a feel of playing football. You know, every yard counts. Plays are, look at that, fourth down again. Plays are, here come the clouds in the background, which is kind of nice, a nice touch there. I mean, every inch counts, and every play makes an impact on that. That was a good kick there. Oh, great kick. Go out of bounds. Look at that, perfect kick. Good job. You know, Madden has been the game with the license. You know, yes, they have the budget and they're making games, so you got to give them some respect for still making games, even though, you know, they're making a ton of money, so why wouldn't they? But, you know, they made a business decision. They took over the license. The NFL was a part of that, and unfortunately the consumers got the short end of the stick on that deal. But, you know, one thing about Madden that, you know, I think that they need to learn from 2K, that's kind of why I bring back the 2K4 game. And if you watch a guy named Lex, he's got the Legend of 2K5, and I have it on the SimHeads website, the video where he breaks down the history of 2K and visual concepts. I mean, this game was built on a foundation. You know, they started with the 2K series and they just perfected it. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but they took it a long way, and this is what the end result was. This didn't happen overnight. And by the way, don't forget that they were on a yearly cycle, just like Madden is. Everybody always makes the excuse, oh, Madden's on a yearly cycle, they can only do so much. Well, you know what? If you look at those games back then with visual concepts, they were focused on things that were important, and the number one thing, I think, was the gameplay. And I'm going to show you real quick. You don't get this in 2K4, just so you know. You don't get that slide there. See how he kind of slid? You just don't get that momentum shift. And that momentum shift is more apparent in 2K8. But what I was going to say is that Madden's on the same timetable. They just so happen to be selling out, in my opinion, to, you know, they're like a Britney Spears, you know, they're selling out to what's popular. Oh man, I knew he was going to grab that. Damn. They want to make money, and I get it, but at the end of the day, their raw gameplay is subpar. I mean, there's no excuse. And they're a business and they're trying to make money. I get it. I understand it. But as the community, we should demand more, and I think we are trying to demand more, and hopefully they'll someday wake up and smell the coffee, because the game needs to be rebuilt from the ground up. I don't care about CFM. I don't care about MUT. I can care less about those options. I mean, it's like putting icing on a dead cake. It doesn't matter. We want the cake to taste good. We want the raw ingredients to be perfected. We don't want the cosmetics. We don't want the layers on top. I don't care what they do with CFM. I really don't. The bottom line is the gameplay solid? And then those additives will take it to that next level. But you cannot rely on that being the core of your budget. And I'm not sure what they're doing with gameplay. I mean, they put out that little trailer that shows some head tracking that people, were trying to pin out. I know SimF Ball Critic was trying to pick out the head tracking, but I mean, I haven't seen any gameplay at all. So what? So you can do catches, and you could do some, there's some, I don't know, tangibility going on when you're catching the ball in the air. I don't even know what the hell they're doing, but the bottom line is they need to find a way to just revamp the game. I would start out with the running. Focus all your energy on getting the running to feel like they're actually contacting the ground. Try to have a mechanic like this where you feel like you have a power mode or like a sprint mode. Focus on the running game. I would start with the running, then the running game, and then work your way up to physics and animations. I mean, this game doesn't have any kind of physics engine. I mean, it was built with animations. I mean, and depending on the scenario, they load up a number of animations and you get your thing. But this game has gang tackling. It's got times where you can lean on your offensive lineman, and you can ride them for more yards if you're running and get behind them. It almost feels like you have physics. I mean, even 2K8 didn't have physics. It just had scripted animations. But the game felt like it was real, and it feels like it's real. I mean, Backbreaker's a whole nother layer, but once you start getting into the physics engine, you lose the uniqueness of the NFL and the way the players interact, and maybe they start to look a little weird at times. I mean, you kind of lose that, and I don't know if we're going to get that perfected with these physics engines. But you look at these games, and he's gone. And I mean, these games had a quality balance to them, and they just felt like you were playing football. I mean, you look at this right here, it looks like you're watching a football game. And I know I'm kind of ranting on, but the bottom line is, I'm just trying to share with you guys that, I mean, somebody asked me to talk about it, and maybe I get a little bit passionate about it, but there's no excuse for Madden to not start from the ground up and make a game that looks and feels like football before you worry about any other mode. I don't care if you have a season and no franchise. I really don't. I mean, I think we should be demanding the best gameplay possible, and then focus year 2, year 3, year 4, whatever you want on modes. Give us the gameplay. I mean, everybody's complaining about NHL taking away features, and I understand that, but you know what I give to NHL is they actually have solid gameplay. And I would rather have that any day of the week before I can say, oh, I'm going to play CFM with my friends. Who cares? I'm not going to play a garbage game. So, anyways, I'm getting emotional about this all now, so I really apologize, guys. But, we all a lot of us probably feel the same way. And it's unfortunate, but, I really have lost faith in Madden We all used to, I grew up on Madden just like anybody else, and believe me, they work right up the street from me. I used to actually work there as a tester when I was younger. So, I want Madden to succeed just as much as anybody else. But they need to stop selling out and take a little bit of those billions of dollars that they're making, or millions, whatever it is, and reinvest in the core of the game. Start from the ground up. Bring in the 2K guys. If you want to monopolize it, bring in those 2K guys. Get the IP. And we'll see how Joe Montana comes out. But in the meantime, folks, I'm playing the older games. They just play 1,000 times better. And I don't care what the graphics look like. I really don't care. I'm going to try to finish this drive out for you guys, and then I'll shut it off. The graphics to me are perfectly fine, and the more you play it, oh my god, just threw in triple coverage. Yeah, I deserved that interception there. The more you play the older graphics, you kind of get used to it. If you're going back and forth between the next gen or current gen and this, then yeah, you're gonna feel the difference. But anyways, try it out, guys. If you want to hit me up with any questions or comments on how to do this stuff, or how you can get loaded, I totally suggest that you guys. Oh man, he's trying to throw across his body, couldn't do it. Alright, well, he got me. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's pretty much a rant, but take some time, pick up this game, play 2K4, All Pro Football 2K8, Backbreaker. We got plenty of editors, plenty of people in the community that are willing to devote their energy and time to make these games better. Go to simheads.com, post your feedback on these games, have some conversations about them, the new ones as well. If you think Madden's going to be good or bad, post on it. Say whatever you want, good or bad, positive or negative, and I'll be out and about. I'll be on the scene, so I'll catch you guys on Twitter, YouTube, simheads.com, and leave me some comments, subscribe, like, dislike, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.